Yes, people, welcome to LRFC. Before we start, hit that subscription button, notification button, all that good stuff. I appreciate you all. So we're going to be reviewing the Liverpool game versus Manchester United. Of course, we lost by 4 goals to 3. So I'm going to bring in a special guest that's always supportive of all the Liverpool YouTube channels. A very genuine guy, and he's brilliant at what he does as well. So we're going to bring him on right now. So let's do this, people. Oh, yes, people. There you go. This is the surprise guest today, Tarmizi. What's going on, brother, man? Let the people know who you are, and how long you support Liverpool and all that good stuff. Because what I want to do is bring on the fans of the channels on here, and help us out in any way as you do, like more than anyone, bro. So yeah, just let the people know who you are, where you're from, and all that stuff, please.
Yeah. So first of all, big up, Tarmizi here from Brunei. Brunei is in Southeast Asia. First of all, for those of you who are not well versed with Asia, right now it's about 10:30 p.m., which is at you lot over there is about 2:30. So you guys are doing the fast, and as a Muslim, first of all, as well, Ramadan Kareem to everyone, to those who observe the fasting month. Right now I'm already at the it's already after sunset, so it's the direct opposite. With regards to Liverpool, I started watching football when it was in the 2002 World Cup, Japan Korea, and funny enough, it's in Asia, and the timing was just perfect for us fans. World Cup back then bring people
Together.
Even non-football viewers as well try to follow the scoreline, the games. That's where I started to invest, and like other years season, like after the World Cup, it's always games come thick and fast. The EPL started, and I remember my brother bought me a Panini sticker. Yeah, it was classic. And then there was I think we bought a 5 booster pack, and one of them was TVG. And then I was just so curious, and that's where love with Liverpool started up until now. And knowing Asia, our timing when it comes to games is different. So like last night with the FA Cup game against United, it started at 11:30 p.m. So it was a bit of all-nighter, but for us here it's quite normal. Asian fans are heavily invested. First of that's just wanna put that out. Yeah, we invest a lot. Yeah, it's been good with regards to
No, it's good, man.
Football.
You know, Liverpool is a huge club in it around the world. People don't understand it that much about like how big Liverpool is. You know what they do? They base it on social media, innit? And then they think this is the way you know it is. But not a lot of people are social media, man. Liverpool fans are everywhere around the world. We've been touring around Asia, I think, since the 80s or something like that, and slightly before that. And people don't even actually know that. Yeah, I mean, I think they had a game in the preseason in Dubai, and they opened that stadium in the 80s, and people don't even actually know things like that. Liverpool have been like doing this for years and years, and you know, Liverpool's
For
one of the
real.
biggest clubs in the world, honestly.
Yeah. Even just wanna point that out as point one thing out as well. I think it was in January. So John Anarisa came here in Brunei to
Mm.
do a like a what this thing like a marketing.
Yeah,
It's about more into commercial reason.
yeah.
And the Liverpool Supporters Club here, they organized a meetup, so we
Hmm.
got a chance to have the autograph pictures and whatnot. Uh, and ironically, when we are going to speak about United at the same time, back that time when
Yeah.
Risa came here, Teddy Sheringham was here, so a United legend.
Damn.
So, but it
Mm.
was like football network and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, with Asia, it's been ever growing. And Liverpool
Mm.
played the Bayern game, the preseason in Singapore,
Yeah.
back last year. So we're no strangers when it comes to this sport, if you know what I mean.
Of course, bro. Of course. Yeah, but it's nice to meet you, Tommy. Finally, bro. Like it's
No,
been a
that's
while. It's
nice.
been a minute in it, but yeah. Yeah. I'm really enjoyed this already. So we're gonna start obviously with the Man United Liverpool game. It didn't go to plan, as we know. So we're gonna go that. Then we're gonna do the player ratings after. We could even do tactical if you want to do something like that. The way the game played out, and we
Yeah,
was
yeah.
too open, if you know what I mean. But yeah, let's talk about that, and then we move on to the player ratings and probably
Yeah.
tactical than player ratings. So how do you think the game went? Like when you was watching it yesterday, like obviously we started off badly as as we do in many games. Like they scored in the first few minutes. They already scored like one goal, which set us back. I think they scored around. Let me just check right now. They scored in the first 10 minutes at Old Trafford. We know Scott McTominay scored that. Um, do you think like the goalkeeper should have done better, like Kelleher, with that? The way he parried it out was just straight in the middle instead of like punching it somewhere else, like so they can't get to it and things like that. Did Man United, deserve the actual like goal as well in the first few minutes?
To be honest, I thought we were, even though they were sharp, and I mean
Mm,
United, I'm talking about, they were
yeah,
sharp and they were having that good moment. I thought
yeah,
we wouldn't be concede because I'm pretty sure we've seen in games where even Liverpool are not the ascendancy but the second best, we still keep the scoreline at even, not giving the first
yeah,
goal to the opposition, if you know what I
yeah,
mean.
exactly.
So it's one of them ones. I think the crowd gave that sort of lift
Yeah.
as the minutes pass by, as the game's grown.
Hmm.
Um, they deserve, in my opinion, just to be more objective with the way, especially that right hand side. I mean, our right hand side, where Joey G and is it Sobo as well, and Mo
Uh,
Salah.
Joji, Soboslai,
Yeah,
Kwanzaa, and Mo Salah. Yeah,
yeah, the right flank.
yeah, the right side. Yeah.
They kept on attacking on that flank. So
That
they,
was one
they
of Joe Gomez's worst games of the season, in my opinion. Like
yeah.
considering like how he's been performing lately, you know what I mean? I thought like the start of the game, but I honestly think when we're watching Liverpool at the moment, we're not that possession team just yet because we're losing the ball in crucial areas, which leads to counter attacks. And when it leads to counter attacks, it leads to chances. And it doesn't even matter what team it is. We start slow for some reason, and then like we pick up the game, and then we come back and score goals, and it shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Obviously the home team is always going to come on you, T, as you know. They're always going to come on you, and they will try to score the goal early, just to get themselves going, so they could sit back and let the opposition come to them. And then when they come to them, they try to counter attack and get behind us and all that stuff. But is there a way like we could change? Because we only got 15 games this season. Hopefully, if it goes according to plan, Europa League final all the way to the Premier League, is there something we've got to change, to start games? Because it's just becoming a common occurrence. Because we will get caught out by a good team eventually when they score that early goal, and then they might get a second one.
I think it depends on the players, the big hitters coming back.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean, because we have this I think it was 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks break right now.
yeah, 2 weeks, bro.
I'm pretty sure the coaching staff has a sort of an approach to start the games in a front foot manner, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Especially the home games, like we have to be um, more aggressive, more.
Do you
Um,
think we lack a lot of aggression in our team? That's what I think as well. I've been saying that for a few years. I don't know if you ever watched me before. I said the issue we have, like for a top team, we lack a lot of aggression in the team. I know, like you got the likes of Van Dijk, Endo, and players like that. That's more aggressive. But if we have it all around the pitch, wouldn't it? The games would be easier for us to handle, instead of like losing the balls on a regular basis. Like the fear factor. Look at Man City. When they're off the ball, they're aggressive, aren't they, to get the ball back? But when we're
yeah,
off the
yeah,
ball, we're just too easy to get past. Have you seen the way players get past us, or they pass around us and things like that? And it's a common occurrence. I don't know if you've seen it during the season.
yeah. I mean, the fact that us fans here, we've been speaking about when Allison was in goal before
Yeah,
Keller had stepped in. There's
yeah,
a lot of that one-on-one chances.
yeah,
He saved us more often than not. I mean, more than once, and
yeah,
like the Newcastle game and all those moments. So
yeah,
I think that's the one of the key areas, I reckon. And as you said, I suppose the defense should start from the attack, whereby the attacking players should
yeah,
be more have that
yeah,
pressing mindset, if you know what I mean, the gegen
yeah.
press.
Gegen
Yeah,
press, yeah.
yeah. So I think it's one of them ones where we have to look upon and consider.
To me, like if you look at the system, let me just make it bigger slightly. If you look at the system that we play here, you look at the formation we play here. We do this more often. Like when we haven't got the ball, we push forward, don't we? Like a majority of the players push forward here, and
Mm.
Soboslai,
Yep.
Salah, and I mean, and then they leave this guy isolated on his own. So if the ball goes over, obviously in these spaces, this is where we actually struggle, and teams counter attack and score goals, if you know what I mean, or create opportunities, if you know what I mean. T. This is what angers me when I'm looking at Liverpool. I think there's too much space in this area when we're attacking, or when we're defending. So it leaves um, poor Endo on his own, if you know what I mean. And I think there's something we've got to work on. Maybe next season, you know what I mean. But this area is always like this when he's on his own. And then like when you see these players, all it has to take is sorry, 1 second. All it has to take is one ball going over the top, and it's basically a counter attack for the other team. If you know what I mean, they just come out of nowhere and go on our goal. And this is probably why the likes of Rashford scored that goal yesterday, because it was just too easy. One bad ball can lead to a chance. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. And this area is always empty. The whole area when these guys are pushing up. Yes, we do push up and you do the gegen press and all this stuff, but where's the cover after that? Where is players being here, doubling up on other players when they go when the ball goes in this direction? If you know what I mean, brother.
Right, right,
That
yeah.
that look at the space, bro. Like if you watch football, that should not be a space like that. If you look at Man City, you look at other top teams, there's never a space like this. They always, when they haven't got the ball, off the ball work is get back, make sure like probably one of them go up and help out the strikers, if you know what I mean. That's
Right,
what we
yeah.
see. And we don't we instead of doing that, we're going too far up and leaving one man isolated on his own in that middle.
You
What
know,
do you think of
you
that?
know what it is, Fozi.
Hmm.
It's good that you bring this point up. because today, even late last night, I've been
Mm.
thinking our system. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like when we do the inverted stuff, and actually even a few years back, like we have this inverted wingers, and then even our forwards go back. Like Bobby Firmino, at times he would play as the eight or advanced attacking midfield.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes there's the pros and cons when you have
Mm-hmm.
the this kind of flexibility whereby when they drop in, it looks good when the teams have that sort of fluidity,
Yeah.
that smooth transition. But at
Yeah.
times when you get caught, this is what happened in it.
Exactly.
If you know what
The
I mean?
ball is here. Like, look at the space, bro. That's all teams have to do. Like, you don't read. Like, if you go and analyze games, like to analyze the opponents you're playing, it's not that hard to go behind Liverpool. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? What I would do if I was a coach, obviously I'm not at the moment, but what I would do is make sure McAllister's covering there. Look, you've got enough, here to do the press. Do you get what I'm saying? You've got enough. You've got enough to do the press.
Yeah,
Make sure McAllister, when we haven't got the ball, comes back and defends with Endo, because McAllister is more than capable of defending, right or
yeah,
not. Like if you look at him during the season, he did play in that role when Endo wasn't playing. So if they double up when we're doing this, and the likes of Soboslai or whoever's playing in this position on the right side, just go and get the ball. You know what I mean? Then you've got enough players back there if the ball goes over the top to cover each other. Do you get what I'm saying, brother? And this is what I see when I'm watching us. Like, he's always there. He's isolated on his own, and this is why the teams get opportunities to score against us. Look back in games. This is what happens, and I don't know if it's part of the coaching, but it's not. It's not right. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? It's not right to leave gaps on the pitch, because the issue I have with our team is, like, they're not very good at getting back when they lose the ball. They haven't got that power and pace they're not hungry enough. You know what I mean? Like, compared to City, you look at City, straight away, 3 seconds, they get the ball back. This is their determination. This is their ambition in the games, because they want to win so badly. They are willing to sacrifice their
true.
finesse and skills to defend for the team. And this is what we need to, like, start doing. Maybe in the next manager it will be different to Klopp. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, they're too far up. And then when the ball goes over the top, watch them run back. They're very, very slow. They're not really pushing, as hard as they can. And this is what upsets me when I'm watching us. Like I said, we've got a few games to go. We need to solve that issues out, because this is where the teams are actually going and giving us problems in those areas right there, brother.
Do you feel more assured? I mean, when I say assured, do you
Mm.
feel more safe if Curtis Jones is back in that team, or
You
do
know
you
what? A
still
lot,
feel
a lot, a lot of people are asking about. I know I had issues with him in the past, but
right?
I've grown to like him. I'm a man enough. I'm man enough to say it. You know what I mean? The kid has transformed himself. I've always said that the issue with Curtis Jones that he should have been on loan when he was younger. If he was on loan, he'll come back stronger, because if you play in the championships and all that stuff, it's different kind of football, and it's all physical based football, and he could have, like, come back even, like, a better player in
More
my
mature.
opinion. Yeah, but the thing, he had to. The Klopp wanted him to learn at Liverpool Football Club. He didn't want to loan him out or anything like that. And yeah, I think we'll miss him in that midfield, 100%. But one game doesn't define the season, bro. You know what I mean? It was just, if you look at us, we should have beaten Man United yesterday. You know what I mean? With the chances we had, with the way we played, we should have beaten them. But if you keep taking the same risks and the substitutions Klopp made yesterday, like, it was just the wrong timing. I think it was about 76 minutes. He got rid of Soboslai and Salah, and that's too early. You know what I mean? You're only 2-1 up. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win a game by being 2-1 up. I mean, as soon as you take the threat away from the actual opponents, they're gonna be looking up for it, don't they? Because they do less defending. They will do more attacking, and that's what happened to us in the game. And this is how they got their goals. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. We do miss Curtis Jones in that midfield. Like, he's dynamic and he's different to the midfielders that we have. He
Yeah,
passed the ball forward more. He keeps the possession better now. A lot of people are talking about Soboslai at the moment. We will come into him in the player ratings when we talk about that. He needs to start. I know, like, he's just come back from injury. I think we're harsh. We're having to go at him right now because he's just come back from injury. But he needs to keep the ball better, bro. Like, in the games, like, what I've seen of him, he
Decision
only
making.
passes where he faces. You know what I mean? He only passes where he faces. You expect a number 8. His dynamism, like he's different to the other players. He's got technical ability. He could shoot from long range. He could make that final pass. If someone's going through on goal, you want him to be different to the rest of the players. But unfortunately, he just passes where he faces. This is why he loses, the ball a lot of times. What do you think of him, the way he plays at the moment, bro? I know he hasn't been in the team that long.
I think with Sobosu, like he's right now. I think ever since he came back from the injury, and even before that recurring problem that he had,
Yeah,
I feel like he tried to have two minds, like got caught in him.
yeah,
Like he has this he doesn't believe in himself, you know what I
mm,
mean? Whether it's the right risk taking and taking all those chances, you know what I mean?
yeah,
He used to be that sort of player where, like you said, trying to take long shots, and he has that capability. As
yeah.
a matter of fact, his striking of the ball is one of the top in the in
In
Europe, if you
Europe,
know what I
yeah.
mean. Yeah. So I don't know. Let's hope that it
You know
gets
what
better.
I said? Do you know what I said to you, like about Soboslai? I think what's limiting his performances in the games is him playing with Salah and Trent on that right side. And obviously Trent's not there right now. Like like when there's players that's important, that's done it all for your football club for years and years, and they're the talisman. They are the go-to men. It takes the quality of these young players, new players coming into the team. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So what I've always said, like if you watch him against Man City, he played all right. He wasn't the best player on the pitch, but he played all right. He was more involved in the game that because he was on the left side. I mean, and McAllister was on the right side because McAllister can play with anyone. You know that McAllister is calm, composed. He's just quality all over. He uses class, and I mean, his calmness actually sometimes wins us the games, or sometimes helps us not lose games. If you know what I mean. So this is what I said. Why doesn't Soboslai go on the left side, build a relationship with the likes of Diaz, Robertson, or Gomez, whoever's playing on that left hand side, and his game might flourish even further. If you know what I mean, he could take shots from long range. He doesn't have to worry about I have to pass to Trent, I have to pass to Salah. He doesn't have to worry about things like that. Now he could have that because I think that's what Diaz is missing. Someone who's more dominant on that side that can get the best out of him, and Robertson as well. Because like with Soboslai, we see him play for Hungary, bro. Like he's the captain, he's the talisman, he's number 10, he's the creative spark in that team.
Yeah,
And
still not.
if he plays the way we want him to play like that, maybe he has to move to the left side to build a relationship with the likes of Diaz and Robertson. What do you think of that? Like,
Yeah, could be. I hear your case on it, because I think because he just came to the team this season,
yeah,
and Salah and Trent is the proven player, and as a matter of fact, they are two of the quote unquote leaders in it. Like they've been in and around. They're prem proven. So I'm
yeah,
guessing Klopp and his coaching staff believe that you should cater and supplement to these two
yeah.
players, especially on the right flank. I
Hmm.
know I know you have the ability, but you still just came to the team. But you just
Yeah.
have to play your role in, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
it's one of them.
yeah, it's hard to say. I know that, but with if he plays on the left side, like he'll go like passing, like this. He will have a relationship with these two, and he'll come over here, come inside. Like when you come in with the right foot from the left hand side, you take a shot, don't you? You could take shots. It'd be easier for you to do things like that, or a through ball towards a striker like Nunes or something like that. So he will have that option, in my opinion, if he plays from the left side. It'd be easier for him to do things like that, passing out wide, coming inside, taking shots, hitting the top corner from there. Things like that. That's what I'm looking for. Because when he's on the right side, the issue, the issue he has, he's like there's too many cooks, as they say. There's too many cooks on one side, brother. When there's too many cooks, you can't make decisions that's normal to you. Do you get what I'm saying? It's normal to him. This is why he's struggling when he's on the right side. Right side. Even Nunes, you saw him yesterday. He was passing the ball instead of shooting. Normally he shoots when Salah ain't there, but now he's passing the ball and all that stuff in front of goal, like in this area. So like I said, it'd be easier for him to play on there. Then he won't have the influence of these two when they come back for him to be confused where he's passing the ball. That's how I see it, bro. That's how I see it. But I could be
Yeah,
wrong. I could be wrong.
yeah. I hear that. I understand where you came from with that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's logical, if you know what I mean.
100%. Let me just get to the comments. Louis says, "Poor display, lads. Sorry about the loss. Hope you're feeling better." Well, I'm not better and I don't think T is better as well. Losing to Man United is the worst feeling in history. Honestly, it's the worst feeling, man. It doesn't matter if it's a Community Shield, FA Cup, whatever it is. It's just the same. What's up, Katie? How are you? I'm good. I'm good. T is good as well. We're trying to bring you guys, the review for the game and discuss it as we go along. So as we was discussing, bro,
Yeah.
the goal, the first goal, which was from McTominay. Do you think like we've got to do better in those circumstances in regards to defending our goal and all that? The way they came through the midfield all the way to I think they had an opportunity before that, didn't they? Before that goal, and I honestly think we need to improve on defensive side as a whole, and sometimes we've got to two steps back instead of like going one step forward. So it makes it difficult for these teams to go through those gaps that appear for them to get chances in the games.
Yeah. I always thought that regardless whether we concede, this season especially, I'm not talking about last season because last season is a different context. But
Yeah.
even when we concede, I always thought that even when we're 1-0 down, we always have this belief that we could come back, whether it's before halftime or quote unquote the second half team. That's what some people label us. I think we always have our mentality is always push us on, spur us on to elevate that sort of level that where we are at right now.
Yeah.
And even though United has some key moments, I always feel that we would get the equalizer somehow, and we did hurt them in a way that there's glimpses and moments like I remember I don't know if you remember this, Fauzi, but if you recall the game when Darwin crossed and Salah tried to did a half volley like Van Basten used to.
Oh, what a strike! It was a beautiful strike. Yeah,
I thought that was in, and it's one of them it's those key moments, and I believe it's just a matter of time, and it did happen before halftime.
In my opinion, like in moments like that, especially the early stages of the game, like you have to be cautious. Do you get what I'm saying? T, you can't concede goals because it's like I said, it's a common occurrence now with these things, and one day you will get punished by a better team. It affects our game as well. If you notice, like I think when we go down, yes, we come back from the majority of the games that we play, but sometimes we don't even win those games. I mean, look at the City game. We want to go down as well, like in the early few minutes as well. So it's that we need to cut the at some way somehow. So if we get the first goal, it gives us that momentum to go forward, and not only that, going forward, the team that you're facing have to come out of their comfort zone as well to get a goal. You know what I mean? So once you have that, you've got an open space to run into to get the second one. Then you get the third one. You know what I mean? So this is what we need to look at in regards to like not conceding a goal in the first few minutes. If you know what I mean. But what do you think of McAllister's goal, man? So I thought it was all right. I really liked it. What do you think of him as a player at the moment, bro? Like I think he's becoming too influential now.
To be honest, when the first few months when he came to the team, I had doubts with his performance because he played as a six, which we didn't see that. We didn't predict him as a six, but rather as an eight. Before he came to us. But he did grow into the game, and I think one of the games, if I recall, Fulham. That's where it galvanized and it made that the fan base believe in him because he's a cracker. And ever since, it just game by game, month by month, he's been ever present, growing into the team. I would say he's more influential now. As a matter of fact, I'm more confident with him taking the pants rather than the king himself.
Salah,
but undeniably, that would be him. I actually have one question on this, Fauzi.
Go on, brother.
Because I did ask with some of the guys on the other channel.
Mm-hmm.
I post this even to Beijing Reds,
Yeah.
if buts and maybes actually. But had that penalty been awarded, that second pen last week,
Yeah.
where that the is it Doku who had that challenge on McAllister himself?
Doco McAllister. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think McAllister would take the second pen, or
No. No.
the Egyptian king himself, because he was in the pitch?
The way Liverpool go is the penalty takers, isn't it? The original penalty takers that are going to take the penalties, and that's how it is. I think that there was a moment a few seasons ago, as I remember, Milner came on as a sub, and Milner took it, didn't he? Before Salah or something like that.
Yeah,
So I think it would have been the senior player that would do. The thing with Salah, I love him to bits. Don't get me wrong. He has no ability on penalties, bro. Like, if you look at goalkeepers, they already know where he's gonna hit it because he just runs and hits and hope. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah.
this is the issue he's facing when he's taking penalties, and sometimes what you got to look at, he needs to look at it from his point of view. Okay, this is not the seasons like which was easy for him to be the top scorer in the Premier League, bro, or anything like that. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because you got Haaland now, like that guy scores unbelievable amount of goals. So the team comes first now. I mean, it's Liverpool winning that comes first. No more like Salah taking
Glory.
penalties and missing them and all that stuff. So that's what I want to see him as a senior player now. When moments like that appear, say to McAllister, it's yours, bro. Go and get us, the goal. This is what I want to see it from. But as to your question, I think the issue is he's too hungry to get a lot of goals. You know what I mean? He wants to break records. He wants to be remembered as a Liverpool all-time great. He already is, bro. Like, if you ask me as an older Liverpool fan, where do you rank Salah? He's going to get into the first team of Liverpool's all-time 11 now. The way he's been consistent, bro. 20 goals a season since he's been here. Over 20 goals a season. And then you got what? You got... if you look at Liverpool greats, Ian Rush and Dalglish, you look at the wings, John Barnes, probably Stevie Howay. You know what I mean? We sing their songs in it, so it shows what legends we got in the wing. And Salah on the right side, you got Jimmy Case, you got Sammy Lee, you got so many, man. You got so many wingers that people don't know about at Liverpool Football Club that played their part. Ian Callaghan. You know what I mean? The all-time record holder for appearances. That's another winger as well on the right. So yeah, but the way Salah's been performing, bro, he's there, man. He's up there with the greats. You know what I mean? And I met a few greats. I met Graham Souness. I met Kevin Keegan, and that's my family's favorite player in the 70s. And and he's up there now, man. He's got no doubt. We've got no doubt about that. You know what I mean? If it's an all-time 11, Salah will get into the team now. The way he's been performing, and if we wins the Premier League right now, are we gonna? Let me ask you this question, T. Question for you. If he wins the Premier League this season, does he go above Steven Gerrard in the Premier League all-time great? That's a tough one, eh? Because I know all you guys are, you guys come around the Steven Gerrard time, innit? That's why I always want to like get that question out there. I'm not a Steven Gerrard guy. I mean, I'm before Steven Gerrard, innit? I love Steven Gerrard, but he's not my guy. I know majority of the fans of the modern era, they all Steven Gerrard, innit? That's why I want to ask you that question. If he's, if he wins the league, does he go above Steven Gerrard, bro?
As hurt as I'm gonna answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna be above Stevie G, regardless, because I know.
Give your reasons. Give your reasons, because people would be hurt if they hear things like that. Steven Gerrard means the world to them. You know what I mean? And majority of the fan base, like I said, probably much like yourself, do support Liverpool because of someone like Steven Gerrard.
Yep. Yeah. So, the look in the modern game, who could replicate his GA, this quote unquote productivity in it?
Yeah.
And Prem is tougher as season goes, even tougher when Stevie G is around. If you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Not many teams can push and try to break this dominance right now that we're seeing. I know there's a 3-horse race this season, but still, you can't deny that City is still that team.
I
can't recall we have a super team like City back then. I know Mourinho's Chelsea was that dominant, but after 2-3 seasons is just short-term minutes. So
Mm.
what Salah has done as a player, and even when the season that the rival wrote us off, and then we ended up scrambling for the Champions League spot. Yet
Mm.
he's in that top scorer, golden boot, out and about. So if he wins, then
Hmm.
I would say the king certifies himself as up there.
It's the consistency though as well, bro. You know what I mean? It's trophies
Yeah,
and consistency, you know. It's been consistent. You know what I mean? Like how many players in Liverpool's history can say they've been consistent their entire career at one club? You know what I mean? No, don't forget he's a late bloomer as well at T. You know what I mean? He's not like he hasn't started, you know, like at age of 21 and come to Liverpool and done something. You know, he went to Chelsea and didn't do much. So he's a late bloomer. He came to Liverpool, I think 26, 25 to 26, something like that. And then, you
yeah,
know, you saw the rest is history in regards to him. And what I love about him as well, bro, like considering like the standards he has, the where he stands in football, he never said I want to leave Liverpool. I mean, you got to give him credit for that. Look, if you look at footballers in past eras like Suarez, Torres, you know what I mean, they said they wanted to leave Liverpool. You know what I mean, they have their reasons. Don't get me wrong, but we had bad seasons with Salah in the team as well. You know what I mean, and he's still here. So you got to, as a Liverpool fan, you got to give him credit for that. You know what I mean? And the only time he will leave if he's done his business here right now, and you know, and he moves on. But yeah, you can see his goal. What do you think of his goal? The movement towards his goal. You know, he scored the second one for Liverpool. I'm gonna go by goal by goal. You know how it went in the game.
yeah, yeah.
We went 2-1 up in the game. What should we done after that, bro? Get another one and you know shut the game off, or you know, I don't know, man. Because I think after the 2-1, I thought like we should have got more goals. We had a few opportunities to
I
you know
agree.
to score another goal and we messed it up. I think after this goal, I think this is when we lost the game. I don't know about UT.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, it's funny. It's funny you touch upon this because everyone asked me what's my prediction before the game, and I said
Mm.
2-1, and I call out that Mac 10 and Salah himself will get the score sheet, which
Wow.
when at halftime that was my prediction when the right way up until the calamity, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Um, but as 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 uh, as what I predicted, I didn't
Hmm.
want that to be happen because to give more context, I don't feel safe, and knowing that United is playing more expensive than what happened at Anfield.
Yeah.
They parked the bus. This is the only chance to get the silverware, but
Yeah.
realistically, the City is in front of them. That's another
Mm.
subject.
Exactly.
I always feel that we need to kill the game off. Yes, you're right. With the firepower we have, with the ascendancy we are at, with I think it's the game management
Hmm.
that cost us, if you know what I mean, and the substitution, like you said. But we
Yeah.
should we should we should, regardless who's on top. Look, their defense.
Hmm.
That's that all day long. I would play against
Hmm.
that defense. You know what I mean? Even though it's at OT at Old Trafford, we can hurt them. It's proven the first half. It's just that we're not clinical enough.
It's
You know
off
what
the
I
ball
mean?
work, bro. Like I said, off the ball work. If we can fix that, we'll be a complete team. I think right now, like creativity and goal wise, we're fine. If you know what I mean, we can score goals as you know the game proved. We could score goals, but it's off the ball work. We need to work on, in my opinion. Like work as a team. You know, go forward as a team, get back as a team. But when you're
Yeah.
going back, make sure like you're going full throttle. Don't go like half-hearted. You know, oh damn, they got past us, so let's just drop back. And this is what we was doing in the game, and then you know they got their goals after that. Yeah, listen, the most important thing is like we've got a lot of players coming back, man. We're missing a lot of players. People forget that, and you know, I don't know whether you know where the what do you call it? You know, the fans are downhearted about things like this. Sometimes this can be a blessing, as you know what I mean. Getting less games can motivate you to win, or a defeat can motivate you to win more titles. Do you get what I'm saying, T?
You know what it is, Fozzy. So I was in the call in one of the channel, and he asked me what what do you want, like as an objective as a fan this season? And I said, at that time we just won the Carabao Cup,
Yeah,
and we still have three fronts up until
yeah,
today.
yeah.
And I said, um, I, I, it's not that I don't mind with the FA Cup
Mm,
being knocked out, but it's just that it's not the end of the world if we got knocked out. If you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because
Because
the
some people
Prem,
take that as a personal thing in it. They think like we should win every trophy, but like you said, sometimes maybe this is a blessing, right?
yeah. Because if you want to put into context with
Hmm.
Klopp as a manager,
Yeah,
um, Prem is like it's an unfinished business because we won during the COVID, but
yeah,
it wasn't in front of the fans. So
exactly.
and we there's already this parade being organized, and
No matter what happens, yeah,
yeah, because of him, we won the Carabao obviously, but it's his last season. It's like a farewell in it.
yeah.
And also Europa is another unfinished business as well
Hmm.
because we didn't get the job done back against Seville that
Yeah.
we lost, that Sturridge won the goal. So
Hmm.
it's these two things that we have our at the good reason why we should go for it, like we should go 100%,
Hmm.
right? So those are the ones that I think
Hmm.
that we'll get over the line at the end of the season.
Yeah, and like I said, things like this sometimes it goes in the right direction instead of the wrong direction. Less games can, motivate you to win another title. You know what I mean? And not only like that defeat can wake you up when you're slacking as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this can't happen again, kind of thing. Like, and it could do that to the players. Oh damn, we've lost to our rivals. We was leading in the game, and we could have won it, but we can't be complacent in games now. We can't be, pushing people all the way up for a corner when it's 3-3. You know what I'm saying? Which we'll talk about in a minute. What do you think of the second goal, though? And Anthony's goal, because I thought it was just too easy. I mean, like on his right foot as well, like turning like four players in front of you, turning in your wrong foot, and you're scoring a goal. You know what I mean? Like, where's the blockage? This is what I like about different teams. They put their life on the line. They will actually push themselves towards the ball to make sure the ball doesn't go in. But yeah, it just turned and it done it with his wrong foot. What do you think about that goal?
I think, yeah, like you said, it was far too easy. I mean, he shouldn't have scored from that position. You know what I mean?
So
He didn't have the right to score, and it's the right foot as well. And
exactly,
to
bro.
predominantly left-footed player.
Hmm.
So I was actually speechless at that time. Um,
Do
I
you think
know.
like at that moment we could have like the game is on like and we could lose this game at that moment? Did you think that, or did you just think like we'll get back like we always do and win this game?
I genuinely thought when they got the equalizer right at the not right at the death, but almost towards the full time, I thought genuinely we're gonna head to pens.
Mm.
Seriously, that's what I recall last night. I didn't. I thought for the extra 30 minutes, that extra
Yeah.
time, I thought it's gonna be more safe
Mm-hmm.
between two teams.
Yeah.
Like when we play against Chelsea,
Mm-hmm.
like after 90 minutes at Wembley for the Carabao final,
Yeah.
I thought that yes, we tried to be more clinical in some moments, but um, the majority of the phase is just try to uh, see the game, see the minutes out, just to you know to get that, just to finish off that up until the before the pants. And I thought it's gonna be in
Mm-hmm.
that direction.
100%, bro. Let me get to the comments. Katie says players have to take the blame for that game. Yes, I think the players and I think the manager needs to take a blame for that as well. I told T earlier, like the issue in the game was the substitutions was just in the wrong time, in my opinion. Like you can't make substitutions like that when it's only 2-1. And what rest do they need? I mean, there's no football for about a week. You know what I mean? So what are you resting these players for at the end of the day? So that's what we need to improve on. like I said, the game could be a blessing game. You know what I mean? Richard says, hi, Fawzi, assalamu alaikum, how are you? Ramadan Kareem. Man United 4, Liverpool 3. This was the best time to beat Man United yesterday, and many thanks. Do you think in the next game against Man United, like we have to like do it in a different way, less of the attacking, and be more cautious, like make sure the defensive game is more important, than being too expansive and open?
I think it's gonna be different. Whereby I always hate when we play teams more than twice. Like I'm
Yeah,
not talking about the away and home, but rather than two different competitions in it.
yeah.
Like even Arsenal, even to the extent Chelsea, then United.
Hmm.
This is funny. It sounds cliche in a way because had we win last night, Fozzy,
Hmm.
I feel more concerned heading into the league.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, with the league match in 3 weeks time,
Yeah.
I feel more concerned. I feel like they will have their revenge agenda. Whereas this time,
Yeah.
like you said, a blessing in disguise.
Hmm.
Uh, this is one of them position
Do you
where
think, like, you made a good point here? Do you think in the next game they will come out more? Do you get what I'm saying? Now they beat us, they won't be more, defensive in, trying to like, what they've done in Anfield, like be more cautious. That they won't come out that defense. They will just try to hit the ball long from deep, instead of like now, like they won that game. They'll have the confidence to come out and play more expansive. They'll be more open for Liverpool to counter attack. Hit them on the break and all that.
there's a lot of permutations that you can see. There's a lot of angles, but
Hmm.
in from I feel this is just my hunch.
Hmm.
In 3 weeks time it'll be more control,
Yeah.
rather than like a basketball game like what happened last night.
Hmm.
Last night was more open
Yeah.
because
It was
both
a cup
both
game. It was a typical cup game. That's what it was. It was like a proper cup game. Yeah, 100%.
you could say it's a one-off game in it because
Yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah,
no
yeah.
home leg after
No.
after after the draw. It's just straight to pens.
Hmm.
So the league game is more like it's going to be more measured,
Yeah.
and we'll the mindset in different competitions is going to be different in it,
Yeah.
because league mindset, league when you approach in the league and when you
Yeah.
approach in cup competition is two different things.
Exactly.
And will be, because obviously there's always that context whereby the title race,
Yeah.
this City Arsenal factor, you know
Yeah.
what I mean. So it's one of them ones where it's more matured. Like
Yeah.
we have to be more matured in
Spot
game
on.
management. Yeah,
Spot on.
so
If
it
you
will be
look at
different.
if you look at Harvey Elliott's goal, obviously scored the third goal. It took a deflection to go in, and obviously in the bottom corner of Man United's goal, obviously past Onana. Did you think Harvey Elliott? A lot of people said Harvey Elliott should have started instead of Soboslai in this game. I just think Harvey Elliott is playing too many games. It could tire him out. He will be tired. If he's only young, he's only 20. But if we overplay him, in games in extra times and all that stuff, it will tire him out. And I honestly think Harvey Elliott this season has come out, to be an important, integral part of the team as well.
Yeah, for me, whoever starts, whether it's Dom or
Hmm.
Harvey, I'm not that fussed about it because they have their own merits
Yeah,
when it comes to that position.
yeah,
Um, of course, in terms of ability, we've already spoken about Soboslai with his striking of the ball and whatnot. He's
hmm,
that top echelon in that position,
yeah,
play for the national team. It's just that Harvey has been showing his improvement,
yes,
way that trajectory, like even like Curtis Jones. the trajectory from last
It's
season.
it's competition for places, isn't it? T? It's competition for places, isn't it? Like if you look at last season, there was no competition for places, which is why they were too relaxed. Now they got top quality players around them. They have to improve and they have to like start performing. There's no more like sitting back and watching admiring players anymore. Now you have to put your own impact in the team, right?
Yeah, they have to elevate as 100%. Um, it's just that we got depleted with injuries. Now Gravenberch in the sidelines and them players, Stefan Bajcetic. We didn't even mention Thiago Alcantara. So it's just so unfortunate. But as you said, kudos to them players like Javi stepping up when needed. Carabao Cup and Carabao Final and the recent games. Yeah, so
yeah, 100%, 100%. What do you think of the third goal of Man United? Obviously, our man Nunes done some strange thing. You know what I mean? I love Nunes to death, people. As people know, like, I'm one of the biggest defense of Nunes. I've always said he's going to be a great player. He's going to be a good goal scorer and all that stuff. T, what was he passing the ball, bro? Please, I don't know. Like, I want you to be the striker. Like, I want you to hold up play and pass the right passes. We'll still have to improve in that yet because he still hasn't got that yet. Where are you passing the ball, bro? Like, you're not a playmaker. You're a striker. Where are you kicking the ball? What was he doing, T?
To be honest, I think he's trying to take the risk in it, because in football, like it's sometimes you just have to make that sort of decision whereby even though that opposition is in front of you, but you still make that sort of plan. And I think he's in that state of mind where it's just whatever happens, but it did cost us, and cost us the game, the result.
It did. It was that chance. With him, he just needs to be a striker, bro. I don't want you to be a playmaker. You know what I mean? Just do your basics, which is passing the ball. You know what I mean? And laying it off and run into the box and be at the end of the ball. That's all I want you to do. I don't want you to be the playmaker. I don't want you to be Soboslai, McAllister. I don't want you to be like that. I want you just to be the striker that we want you to be, which is just putting the ball back at the net. That's it. I think it's coaching. I think, honestly, T, it's bad coaching. What I see of him. Like, we celebrate sometimes when he holds up the ball and passes it off because he's gone to our player. Because majority of the time, he goes to other players, don't they, when he passes it off. And, it shouldn't be like that. He should improve within himself. And secondly, the coaching need to get into him and tell him, stop overcomplicating things. Pass the right passes, get in the box. That's all we want you to do. Not try to do long balls, like crossfield passes, which is not even in your game in the first place anyway. It's poor, man. It's really, really poor. Uncle Rod says TV is a big up. Yeah, big up, bro. Big up, Uncle Rod, as always. So what do you think of that when he's doing things like that? Is it to do with coaching or is it the player?
I think he has this knack of trying to those players whereby when they get busy, that's where they grew into the game and they feel like that's how they should start trying to be more assertive, more in the front foot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because if you look at Mo Salah, right back the Mo Salah that we just signed years ago and the Mo Salah right now, even when he had quote unquote bad performance, he's still producing the goals, the
double figures.
Yeah. So I think with Darwin, he is, I think, because he relies his physical prowess, his athleticism, his you could say even his stamina at times is up there, like Javi, like he has the 3 lungs. Feel like if he utilize all those what he has, what he's capable of, he feels that's the sort of approach he should do, and in order to produce those goods, you know what I mean.
But basically, so people can see he's got more to his game than just one ability, kind of thing. If you know what I mean, that's the way he's trying to prove.
Yeah, but with that being said, we missed those forwards back then, right? Like like the Inzaghi, the people Inzaghi, those forwards who doesn't,
unpredictable forwards.
yeah, like the Trezeguet, like Fox in the
Mhm.
box, like
Yeah,
one shot, one goal
one
in it.
goal. Torres,
Yeah,
like Torres, like that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Those,
Prime
those kind of
Torres.
forwards. Darwin is different, whereby like Darwin, give me the ball and I'll just do Nick string few passes, and then
Yeah,
from there, it builds his confidence. I think
yeah.
that's where he lacked in terms of um, missing the
Well,
game, but
yeah.
in the right moment, he can kill the opposition, if you know what I mean.
It's just game intelligence, isn't it? That's where he needs to
Yeah,
work
the
on.
IQ.
But I saw him play in Spain, and I saw him play for Benfica. He had more composure. Like I don't know what it is at Liverpool. Like he just hasn't got that composure just yet for some reason. But if you watch back his goals for Benfica and in Spain, is it Almeria? I think that's where he was.
Yeah, yeah. His first sign.
Yeah, you could see like he's got composure in his finishing. But for Liverpool, sometimes the pressures of big club can make you do things like that you don't normally do. I think that's what's happening to him at the moment. Yeah, I think with time he'll be all right. I think with time, he's 24, hitting 25, so he's got time on his side to improve on things like that. But the thing is, how long the Liverpool fans can they wait that long? You know what I mean? So that's another thing as well, another discussion. Abdul says, Fosi, how are you? Liverpool should have beaten Man United. Yes, 100%. I agree with you. No doubt about that. Big up, Mr. John Conway. Yes, Tamizi is here, of course. Yeah, I mean, I want you guys on, man. I want you guys on to come on here and have your say as well, John. So come on here and, give us your thoughts in the future as well. The fourth goal, bro. Why did we send everyone up there and left one man at the back?
Yeah, like I said, like we touch upon, it's the game management in it, and this one is just dagger in the heart. The way it happened. Ahmad Diallo, wow, and Conor Bradley. We've been the fan base have been loving with his recent
Yeah,
trajectory as well.
yeah,
Doesn't seem out of place in the position. It feels
yeah,
like within this trend.
yeah.
Um, yeah, it just really killed us.
Poor game management, as they say, guys. You know what I mean? It's just poor game management. I was just fuming after that goal. I said, like, we ain't losing the game. We could go to penalties. You know what I mean? If it's possible. Why are we sending everybody up and leaving one man at the back? It just doesn't make any sense. But it is what it is. It could be something like we could look at in the future. This could have happened to us in an important stage of the Premier League, right? And we would have lost the game. So maybe this is just a sign telling Klopp, don't ever send everyone at the back. There's another thing I want to ask you as well, bro. Like
Yep.
our set pieces, 8 corners throughout the game, couldn't get one on target. How much more can we take Robertson, the likes of Robertson, and all them taking like corners? Like there's never an end product in a consistent basis. Okay, you get one in once in a blue moon, like it happens with Robertson. But that's 8 corners, bro. 8 corners and not one on target. I mean, what is that? Like sometimes we get 15 corners and still not one on target. You know what I mean? So it's just too many times we're doing set pieces like this. That set piece. If you look at Arsenal, how do they get their goals from set pieces, right? If the game ain't going right for them, Man City, same. Us, like only the Carabao Cup final. That's the only time I remember it meant something. But we need to start. This is a crucial part of the season. Teams are gonna drop back. You know what I mean? They're gonna defend for their lives because they got to survive in the Premier League. They got to survive, finishing the top 4. They got to survive, finishing the European Cup. They're gonna survive, where you finish in the league gets you more money and all that stuff. So we need to start like if we can't score from open play, set pieces have to count somehow, and we need. I think McAllister or Soboslai are better set piece takers than Robertson or whoever. Robertson or Simicast, whoever it is that keeps taking on a regular basis. Shouldn't we change from these guys and go to the creative players who are, born to do things like this? It's like we're forcing Robertson to go one side of the pitch and then to the other side of the pitch to take a corner. We don't want him, but it's not affecting the game, bro. Like it's 8 corners in one game, and you're not even affecting the game. And we're sending the likes of Kwanzaa and Van Dijk up there for what? They're not gonna win any headers. Like it's just too much. I think. T. What do you think of that, mate?
I think it's the coaching stuff that we should be more focused on. Obviously, it's going to be different uh, set of people
Yeah,
in next season because Klopp is not around.
yeah,
Um, I feel like when we score from the set piece,
yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
Even the game against Luton at home,
Yeah.
if I recall, we were one down behind, one goal down behind.
Yeah, yeah, I was there. I was at that game actually.
Yeah, because it feels like how we score is not planned, but rather over reliance on Van Dijk and
Yeah.
whoever the centre back is. They always have the exchange of words just before the corner being
They're
taken.
tapping each other on the back, pushing each other, and
Yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah,
try to be more outsmart, outfox the opposition in it.
yeah,
I feel like because of that, the reliance, I think we didn't work as much as like you said, Arsenal, the likes of Brentford as well, more um, acute when it comes to taking this corner, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
I think we should go to the drawing board and just
Figure
open
out
up
what to do. Yeah.
different variety variations in taking the corners.
When I was a set piece taker when I used to play football. What they used to
Okay.
tell me is like put it in the dangerous area, like in the 6-yard box, or away from the goalkeeper, somewhere the goalkeeper can't go. But make sure there's you practice there's players there. Do you get what I'm saying? And hit it with the right pace as well. Don't just float it in and expect someone just to header it and then the pace at the ball's it's gonna go. There's no pace on the ball, so it's gonna go straight to the goalkeeper's hand or they're gonna clear it. So you got to hit it with so much force. All they have to do is tap it and then it will go straight in the goal. And we don't do that. We don't do that. We just float it in and expect someone to get at the end of it. And it shouldn't be like that, bro. That's not very good quality of play. I mean, like you look at the Man City goal against Liverpool. That was quality of play because they figured out where to put the ball. Who's gonna take the set piece, which is De Bruyne. He could put it anywhere he wants. And then what happened? John Stones came out of nowhere and tapped it in. Where's our plan? Like what plans do we have for set pieces? We take 15 in a game, we don't even do anything with it. So we've got to look into things like that, man. These things are crucial in games if you want to win it. Because some, like we talked about
I
earlier,
imagine.
T. Yeah, like if you look at the games, T, like some of the games, they just defend right in front of their goal. They don't move from there. So if you can't get through them, what's the next option? Set pieces, right? Get that bloody ball in the net with the head or something. Or yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's absolutely crazy. A lot of work ahead, man. A lot of work ahead for the coaching staff because it's just it reoccur itself in every game we play. You put about everyone for that corner, one player at the back, and they get a goal after that. That's bad. That's poor management of a game. I'm telling you, mate. Like, I love Klopp, but you have to call it out. It's poor management. It's really bad. Hollywood Rock says Gakpo is trash. Okay, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? With Gakpo, we're gonna discuss him in the player ratings. I think he's a victim of his own ability, which is like he can play in multiple positions. That's what I think. This is what's happened to Gakpo. Like he's inconsistent in one position, but we'll talk about it. We're gonna move on to the player ratings, and then we're done, man. Hopefully, we covered all angles in the game, people. Obviously, Man United won by 4-1. So let's cover the next thing. Yeah, so hang on, let me get it on there. Hopefully I can find it. There you go. Hopefully. There you go. I found it. No panic, no panic. So we're gonna start with the goalkeeper. What did you think of him, bro? Like in the game? What did you think of Kelleher in the game? Like in regards to the great form he was in heading into this? Like, did you think he played good? Did he think he played all right? Did he flatter to deceive? What was your thoughts on Kelleher? Like he's conceded 4 goals, bro. So we've got to talk about it. 4 goals. it's not a good way of like rating a goalkeeper in a higher level.
Um, I look at obviously when we cover everyone individually, we always look at collectively and individually in it. Um, when I look at Kels, that's what I call him, proper Kels. Um, his distribution is all right. I'm
Yeah,
not talking about goals, but rather than the way um, picking up passes to Kwanzaa or play up long to the forwards. Those,
yeah,
those kind of decision making. Obviously, his is very good with his feet. Some even argue better than Ali.
mm,
That's another subject. Um, in this game alone itself,
mm.
4 goals conceded. Should have done better with them goals. Even the last goal, I thought this he still have the he still have can adjust with the
Yeah,
position and whatnot.
yeah.
I'll give him a 5.
5.
Yeah,
Okay. With me, like the issue I had with him in the game is wrong one. Um, he's just it's like what you said. His positioning was just poor at times. Like if you look at the two like goals, Rashford and what's his name, the guy who scored the last goal, the youngster from Man United,
Diallo, Diallo,
Diallo.
Diallo. Yeah,
If he positioned himself slightly further out, he would have saved that. Do you know what I mean? He was just too far in. And then you look at the McTominay goal, where you're parrying it straight in front of your goal. You know what I mean? This is you might as well just punch it away. Do you get what I'm saying? Punch it away like where it's coming from, because what you're doing is like if you're parrying it there, you're still gonna give a chance to a player that's coming in from deep. And as I said, when we're looking at our players, when we're coming back to help the defense out, we're too slow. We don't react quick enough. We react too late. Like that's why McTominay found himself in a higher position than Endo. I think it was Endo that was behind him. So we
yeah,
need to like react better to help out the goalkeeper. The goalkeepers can save a lot, but if the reaction from the other players ain't gonna be up to up to power with the goalkeeper, they're gonna score goals. So this is what I see it. But he should have parried it better, in my opinion. You know what I mean, good, you saved it, but you put it in a place where someone can tap it in, and that's what happened, unfortunately. If you know what I mean. I'm not gonna have a go at Kelleher. Kelleher has been phenomenal since Allison's been away. When you don't talk about Allison, it shows the goalkeeper in place has done pretty well.
yeah.
Gomez, mate, I think this is one of his worst games. I think this is one of his worst games, in my opinion.
Yeah, like we touch upon, especially the first half, they got the I mean, United got the joy on their left flank. It's so weird to see Aaron Wan-Bissaka marauding the left flank,
Yeah,
defense and attack, and he even at how many times he burst into our penalty box. So it's just I'm just trying to get my head in, if you know what I
mm-hmm.
mean. Um, yeah, Joey G, even at times when he played the inverted as a
Yeah,
six, it didn't cover himself with glory.
no,
He even tried that Trent-esque pass, if you know what I mean, like
yeah,
that
yeah,
long pass, and
yeah.
it just didn't fell, you know, fell to the
Natural. It
right.
doesn't feel natural, does it? When you see that, that's the problem. Yeah, with Joe Gomez. Yeah, but what do you give him that one, bro? What do you give Joe Gomez in this one? He played left back, obviously. He played right back, left back. I think he moved to
I'm
left
trying
back
to think
afterwards.
if he contribute the GA, because I don't think he did
I
anything.
don't think he did. He had an opportunity here over the crossbar. You know what I mean? That's one, as I remember.
Yeah,
But he
I'll,
didn't
I'll, I'll
assist anything.
say, yeah, I'll give 4. Yeah, I'll
Like
give.
with the players, I don't think they had a bad game. It's just game management was just all over the place, in my opinion. I don't think it was completely, be or end all. It was just the game management was just not good enough. I mean, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, we give Gomez a 4. Um, Next one, Kwanzaa.
He did did he architect the play in that first goal? That he
That's what I was just about to speak about. Him and Gomez were looking at one player. While that was Garnacho, is it Garnacho? I don't know his name. Sorry guys, I'm not. Yeah, Garnacho came from the back of them, and while they were concentrating on Rashford, bro, like that's just bad. But the thing I look at is where's the leadership in there? Where's Van Dijk telling them to? There's a guy behind you. You need to mark that guy. I mean, when you're looking at one player, but to be honest, defenders should be aware of where they are on the pitch. I mean, where there's two behind each other, they should know that's the wrong place to be. You know what I mean? So you don't really need Van Dijk shouting at you, telling you where to be. I mean, if you're behind one of your defenders, and not only that, you don't even know if they're offside or anything like that. You know what I mean? So you played them on number one, you concentrate on one player, and number two, the player that you're supposed to actually mark if he was a centre back or right back came through and set up the goal. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a bad way. But the kid's been phenomenal this season. You know what I mean? Let's just not trash him as people think we're gonna do. I think that moment, yeah, he's got to get a low score for that. It's just bad positioning in the pitch, in my opinion. And Gomez, with his experience, should have done better as well. What do you want to
I
give
think
him?
I'll give it 5, just because the fact that he had that attacking contribution that led to the goal.
Yeah.
He did get he's I think low key his drive with the ball is reminds me of a bit of Joel Matip.
Yeah.
Not more aesthetic, but the way
He's more confident. He's more like composed. He's got that demeanor about him. It looks natural. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, like with Gomez, so with Matip, it's like, with his lanky legs and his arms all over the place. It doesn't look natural, but with him, it looks more natural when he's running forward with the ball. Yeah, he's gonna be a great defender, man. He saved FSG a lot of money, bro. He saved FSG a lot of money, bro. A lot of money, in my opinion. The captain, what do you think of him, bro, in the game? Is it difficult?
try to be balanced, because I'm trying to think of even not just the goals that we considered, but what he's done throughout with the crucial clearance and tackles. But still, it's just that the 4 goals that we considered, it put everything on top of it. I think I'll give the same thing as Gerald Kwanzaa. It's just more fair to give both sides.
We haven't won the game, innit? They're not gonna get like a high score. I don't think anyone had a higher score in the game, to be fair, brother. I've got to be real. Yeah, this guy, we have to ask questions about him. You know what I mean? He gets in the box every single game almost, and always hits it over the crossbar, bro. He should have scored in the first half. Let's be realistic here. Come on, T, man. What is that, bro? Like, how much? You know what? I put a message on Twitter. I said, how much more can we take of this? Like, I love the guy. I love his energy. I love the way he's a captain, like on the pitch and off the pitch and all that stuff. But how much more can we take him missing chances in front of the goal, man? Like, what makes you think hitting it that hard is gonna hit the back of the net? Just hit the ball like Risa used to do. He used to just hit it on target and he used to go in. I mean, you're not facing one of the greatest goalkeepers in the world. This is Onana in goal. Even things straight at him will go in. Come on, bro.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
What do you think of that chance, bro? Because it really irritated me. I said, when is it gonna improve? It's more than 5 seasons now.
Yeah, I know. It's just the endeavor, the energy that's the one thing that everyone loves. But in terms of technique in front of the goal, that's another story. We've seen this script how many times already with Robo. Yeah, I'll give him 4. The same thing as Luigi.
I agree, mate. I agree. Next person, this guy. I don't think he had a good game. I think he done all right. I don't think it was a great game. I think he done all right in the game. I mean, but the thing is, when you're on your own in the middle, and the players next to you are too far ahead, like we discussed earlier, it's difficult for you to run around that midfield, especially at Old Trafford. It's not a small pitch; it's a big pitch, people. You know what I mean? You have to cover a lot of grass. You have to cover a lot of grass, and it's not going to be easy for players like Endo. But yeah, I think he done all right. I don't think he was like the Endo that we see all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Look, everyone has doubts with him. I think just to give a bit of context with the Caicedo stuff and whatnot, but he's been slotted in. Well, it took him a few games to
Yeah,
have that sort of adjust and trying to acclimatize with the environment, trying to get used with new players, new country and whatnot. The good thing is that Liverpool is his boyhood club, so like Salah himself,
yeah,
like they love Liverpool through and
yeah.
through. Um, I think he just got back straight to the team after the Asia Cup with
Yeah,
from.
no rest in between. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's the one key factors. Now we have to
mm.
be more wary of like the rotation and probably slot McTan for the time being while he's on the bench just to give that
Yeah,
sort of a breather. In this game itself,
hmm
I think I remember he scored the goal which was disallowed. It's
yeah, he
just
did. Yeah,
yeah, that was
Salah I
a
think
five,
was slightly
minute.
offside. Yeah, it was a good finish though. It's a good
Was
finish.
5 minute. Yeah, I'll give I'll give him that. I'll give a 6
Okay,
with
bro.
Endo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ravenite says, how you playing a full team 5-1 up? I'm sorry, I don't get it. And those injuries to Darwin, Diaz, Gakpo could end our series. We're relying on youngsters now if those injuries are bad. I think a few players are coming back after the international break, right? Like I think Jota is coming back, Allison is coming back, Gravenberch is already back, isn't he? So I think he was on the bench in this game. So a few players should be back after the international break. Yeah, I agree though. Like, yeah, I think we're overplaying some players, especially in that game in the Europa League. We didn't have to
But
play all those players. We didn't have to do that. We didn't have to do that, but we did. We did.
it is
Um, as I was saying, like I was alluded to earlier about Soboslai. People need to calm down because he's just come back from injury. He needs more game time, to get into his, the quality that we know that he has. I think he needs more games. Like we was discussing about Endo in the beginning of the season. Everybody said he's not good enough. That's why they left him on the bench and all that stuff. But eventually, you saw what happened. Some people can start, being good early, as Soboslai was. You know what I mean? And then just go down from there. That's what's happened to him. But now, like he has enough rest. He's come back. Hopefully, he will go back up to the top. Like as we want him to be.
yeah,
I think people are too overreactionary on this one. The guy has quality. We've seen it in the past, and we're gonna see it in the future. Just give him time. Be patient, and he will become the player that we all want him to be, which is that dynamic player that can be different in games, like the top games as well. But what do you think of him, bro?
I think I'll just give him a 5. Not really, not the worst of the performance.
Yeah,
Um, did 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 make a did put a shift,
yeah,
the graft, if you know
yeah.
what I mean. Because I think the right side is like more of a workhorse
Hard
type.
working, yeah, because Salah doesn't get back, does he? So you have to cover him as well as you have to cover the right back. But you
Yeah,
didn't need to cover the right back this time because Gomez was there. You know what I mean? And listen, like I said, people, let's judge the team when our first team is there, when Konate is back, when Trent is back. You know what I mean? Then we got the free midfield that we played the other day. Then we got the free up front that we played the other day. Once we have the full team back, to its power, then we can judge players. Right now, we're overreacting onto things that while we've got deficiencies on the pitch. You get what I'm saying? We're putting too much pressure on players that just aren't there yet. But when we get our first team, which is Konate at the back, with obviously Allison in goal, Trent in the right back position, then we could see, like, are we that good? or or what we were saying, in the other side, was we all right all along? You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think we're overreacting. I honestly think that we're too
yeah.
reactionary at the moment. We haven't got our first team on the pitch, people. Arsenal always have it. Man City always have it now. We don't. We're the only team that haven't got that, and we're still competing at the top at the same time. I mean,
Exactly.
think about that. You haven't got your best players, but you're still at the top. Can you imagine when your best players are there, how powerful you can be? Poof! Nobody can mess with Liverpool then, mate. But McAllister, what do you think of him?
I think
Scored the
he's
goal. Scored the goal.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, I think of all the midfield that started, I think he's the best among the three.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll give him 7
Yeah. He
because
got the
I
goal,
think
guys. He got the
yeah,
goal, didn't he? Yeah.
yeah, and
I
he's
think
he's trying
I
to
no,
he's
go
trying
on.
to tick the play. I mean, like trying to pick passes, the crucial in the final third. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
When they did the overlap, so that's the angle of giving why I'm giving the rating a bit
Mm-hmm.
higher than the other two, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think he's to me, like when people ask me about him, I said he's the sign of the season. I said that straight away. It's a bargain for getting like 35 million for a player like that, guys. You know what I mean? It's not you don't players like that don't cost 35 million. Let's just be
No,
realistic here. You know what I
it, it,
mean?
yeah,
And
it is.
what I love about him is he doesn't complain. He just gets on with it. If you put him as a DM, oh, I don't mind that. You know what I mean? Yeah, put him right back. Oh, okay. He does everything for the team. The team comes first in his opinion, and I love that about him. I really, really love that. 100%. Yeah. So yeah, we move on. Let's move quick with this one. Diaz, Barcelona bound.
Lucho. It's still it feels like yesterday he missed those glaring moments against
Yeah.
City.
And
Just
I
can't
said,
get.
moments like that, I shouldn't be harsh. I say I miss Mane, you know what I mean? Because we know Mane will score that straight. Bam, top corner, done. No hesitation, no stylish stuff. Just get it in the net. That's what Mane would have done. But yeah, Lucho, I love the way Lucho plays, but he doesn't create goals. He doesn't really score a lot of goals. He runs at players, but what do you like? We need more. We need more. We need goals. We need creativity from you. You're the winger. I mean, Salah at least scores goals and he creates. But what do you offer on that left side? I mean, we need more. I mean, I don't want to keep hearing about Barcelona want me and all this stuff. Like, if you want to go Barcelona, go. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world, but you're at Liverpool Football Club at the moment, and we want you to perform. You know what I mean? Consistently, and get the creative side of your game going, and goals. Because when he was at Porto, he was scoring a lot of goals. Before he came
Yeah,
to Liverpool in that season, he scored 14 goals already, bro, and he's got a winning championship medal. He's the only one that's won the league that season. I mean, so what do you think of him, bro?
he's always those kind of player. I think a bit like Darwin, where he's trying to make himself busy
Yeah,
at times, and of course he's a very a typical South American type player, and
yeah,
very uh, passionate when it comes to trying to connect with the fans, like especially like when they win the corner, he's trying to
mm,
galvanize the stadium,
yeah,
those crowd. But look, at the end of the day, productivity, like we've already talked about Mo.
mm-hmm,
Forget about the performance. You just get us the goals or assists. You
mm,
already win us over, and they haven't been producing the goods,
yeah,
the goals. And against United, I don't know. I can't recall what has been doing a lot to make me and justify a reasonable high rating. I think the highest that I could give is, I think 5 is the most fair and balanced. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
I can't
yeah,
recall of any
100%.
good moment with
But that's Diaz, bro. This is Diaz. You know what I mean? Like, we moved from Mane, which is goals, creativity, and causing problems to teams constantly, to Diaz, who just can't get past players and doesn't create goals. What's your impact? Like it's like a job, innit? What do you actually do for me to give you that elevation as a top player? And his CV doesn't look good at Liverpool, mate, so far. So he needs to improve. You know what I mean? You could talk about Barcelona, all that stuff. Barcelona is not in a good shape at the moment, mate. You know what I mean? We're better than Barcelona at the moment in every way as a club. So that's not the way like he's representatives should be talking about Liverpool, like about him. Sort yourself out on the pitch, then you could think about Real Madrid and all that stuff if you want to go there. Yeah,
Especially when we are heading into the run-in in it. Like this is the
exactly.
crucial time.
Poor man,
And
poor bro. Poor.
that's the last thing we want to hear about when it comes to off the pitch. And we have 10 games to win the league and all this the Europa further progressing quarters and semis in it. So it's one of the ones where we just have to fend off and trying to focus on the pitch and get
Exactly.
get their
What do you want to
results.
give him, bro?
Yeah, I'll give five is the ratings for me.
The lowest for you so far. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sim says first 10 to 15 minutes of the game, and start on the second half formation be 4-5-1. Yeah, that's what we discussed. Like we should have been more tighter in that midfield. Sim, I don't think we was tight at all, bro. It's too much gaps appearing. If you know what I mean in that midfield. This is the issues we're having. And off the ball work, as I always say, is the most important. You know what I mean? Darwin Núñez, apart from giving them the goal, what do you think of him?
Yeah, there's nothing much more to add other than he's trying to like you said, trying to be that sort of playmaker. Look, I can understand why at times he would be more he would drop
Mhm.
drop to the midfield, try to collect the ball, and then just try to do something out of it from there.
Yeah,
But yeah, the primary role is
scoring
simple,
goals.
scoring goals in it. Um, I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing much more to add other than what we have
Hmm.
already spoken about.
What you want to give him? Did he cause enough problems in the game for him to get a rating slightly higher than 5 or 4?
I know it's a hindsight because of
Mm-hmm.
the like the calamity towards the end.
Yeah.
Um, but I think for me, after thinking thoroughly throughout, I
Mm-hmm.
think four is the ratings that I would give.
No, right. Revenant says, I'm disappointed with yesterday. It was an antithesis of our season. So far, our mental strength imploded, and so many mistakes in a game is not acceptable. Um, I said that about the game, bro. With me, I'm fair. You know what I mean, I'm not like other people who say, "Oh, he played a good game. He played a good game. He plays shit." And everything but we had the game in our hand. We had the game in our hands, and we threw it away by, like you just said, by being in bad positions and not wanting it more. You know what I mean? If you look at Man United, they wanted it more. That's why they won that game. And this is what we need to put into our players. You can't muck about with the ball. You can't muck about with getting back and trying to win the ball back. You know what I mean? There's too many instances like that cost us games. You need to want it more. As I discussed with T earlier, I said, you look at Man City, off the ball work, world class players. But the most important thing with them is off the ball work. They will run and claw back. They will do everything to win the ball back. With us,
Application.
we just walk around. People get past us with ease. They put, like, if you corner them, they still manage to find a way out of that corner bit. You know what I mean? It's just reoccurrence of the same thing. We never learn. We never learn, unfortunately, bro. So, but you're right. You're 100% right. Salah.
It shows the evidence in it when he came off.
Yeah.
who came on? Who did I replace him? Was it Gakpo or
Gakpo,
the
yeah.
the young? Yeah.
Gakpo and Elliot came on for them, yeah. Him and Soboslai. I think 76 minutes or something like that. Or 72 of them.
It's just that we lost his presence in it, the killer instinct.
Exactly.
Um, I think even the goal. I think I'll give as high as like Mac. I'll give him 7. I think both of them are the.
What do you think of that comment that's on there from Richard? Big up Richard, by the way. He's a Man United fan, but he's a good guy, man. We don't get many of them, but please go and subscribe to him. He's a brilliant guy.
Real.
What do you think of what he's saying on Thursday night? You know, in the Europa League, did we put too many players from the first team out there?
I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's just that even was it last week that we played the first Europa tie that Konate had to, I think, had the that had to
Come off. Yeah.
get replaced. So that shows that too many of games that could impact one injury and being in the sideline in it.
Yeah. Harvey Elliott, what do you think of him, bro, in the game? We're near the end now. I'm gonna give obviously the rest of them the same score, but Harvey Elliott scored the goal, obviously. Did he impact the game enough? Or in the last instant as well, like should he done better? I thought he should have brought down the player, just fouled him. That's what I said. Let me take the yellow card, man. Otherwise they're gonna counter attack, score a goal. You should know you're aware. You should be aware of your area. You know what I mean? You should look behind you. Say how many players are back there and how many players are forward. That's what you should be looking at before you make that decision, like by trying to win the ball with your leg. You know what I mean? Bring the guy down, and then he will stop that attack for the winning goal.
I think looking at his performance, it's like Nunes. He cost us the that crucial moment in it.
Yeah.
Nunes the third goal, and then him the final
goal.
that the last goal. The rating that I would give is just 4 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think like we should give the rest of the substitutes 4 as well? Like they didn't really impact the game that much. Like you look at him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not much.
Yeah, we don't want to be too harsh on players, innit? So, yeah, that's the final bit. That's it, man. That is it. We covered all angles today. I really enjoyed this, bro. Tamizi, I really enjoyed this, bro. Like you're always welcome. Like I said to you in the beginning on the channel, man. Come back and do stuff like this with me on a regular basis. I'm always around, doing things like this. You know what I mean? And you're always welcome, man. It was a good debut on the channel. And I suggest to you, keep doing it, man, because I think you're a natural on these platforms, bro. And I might do some tough questions now and again, but it's good to ask questions, innit? That to prolong the stream, and even if you don't know, at least you get someone that knows that helps you out with those answers, if you know what I mean, as well. So yeah, man.
Yeah. Giving different views and ideas.
Yeah, 100%. There's about 72 people watching all around social media. Like I said, my time is running low on YouTube. Sorry, around the social medias. I'm gonna go back to YouTube, doing it on just YouTube in the future. So please come over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000, as it says on the screen. Yeah, this is the way forward for me now. Like I'm just gonna do YouTube on a consistent basis. Just help us get to the 2,000. That's all we're asking for. Obviously, your stuff is on the screen right there, T. Where else can people find you, bro? If they want to get in contact with you.
Yeah. So obviously, my channel is up there, but I've been occupied with stuff, and I think I have a different focus now. But you never know. Never say never in the future. So I'll just leave it there when it comes to my channel. Also, you can, if you wanna find me out, I'm on Twitter, because the word X is just so hard when you say it. Just talk about football and stuff. I'll be around. Just reach me out over there. And Tamizi, you can can check it out. You can look from Fozzie's account on his social. I'm
Yeah.
part of the mutual right now,
100%,
and
brother.
yeah, that's just it. I don't have any other social account. Just regular fan, and yeah, just a guy who loves talk about football in it.
Big up to Amizi. Big up, brother.
Glad,
Sim
glad.
says Mac is the next player to pick up a muscle injury. Klopp does don't rest them. Don't rest him. Sorry, if he doesn't rest him, he's saying so. Yeah. Mac 00 was it Mac use 00 and Endo partnership is fire. Okay, okay. As I said, like in certain times of the games, I think Mac 10 and Endo,
Yeah,
they need to do the double pivot, right, to keep it more tighter for us. But we're still like pushing forward, and this is where the gaps, reappear. Unfortunately, man.
yeah, yeah.
KD, Stevie G, Salah are all joint number one club legends. Joint? Nah.
Yes.
We'll see. If Salah wins the Premier League one day, you never know, bro. You never know. You never know. You never know. Big up to everyone that's joined us on the chat. Big up everyone that's actually joined us. I hope you guys enjoyed the show because I've certainly enjoyed it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna bring some more like these kind of shows. You know what I mean? It's not all about us. You know what I mean? It's about the people that contribute on the channels as well. And I appreciate everyone, man. As I always say, I'm not. It's not. When I come on YouTube, I do it for the love of the club first, and second of all, interacting with our fan base. Because without our fan base, the club ain't gonna be what it is. If you know what I mean. So that's how it is, man. That's how it is. So we're done out here. We covered obviously the game. We reviewed the game. Obviously done the player rating. We've done the tactics. Obviously Mr. Tarmizi was here. His first time. Done a wicked debut. I hope to have him on a regular basis as well. Yeah. I hope we've done everything you guys asked and more. That's what I can say. And I'll see you. Don't go anywhere, T. I'll be back in a second. And I'll see you soon, people. Take care.